Hello, welcome back. This could be a second video, might be a continuation, I've not decided. But we have driven down after our hike up Canisp. Took about, I have no idea how long it took. Had a couple of stops, a few wee forest walks just to stretch the legs for both of us. But we are now in Glen Affric on Loch Biddenmuirden. I think that's it. I think it's Loch Biddenmuirden. Pronunciation will be wrong. Where it is fantastically still, like glass. And the car parks aren't too busy either. We are quite late in the evening though. We're at 6:15, so I suppose a lot of people will have headed home by now. Still sitting about 22 degrees, so it's a pretty cracking day for it. Not even any wind. As the wind blows when I say it, the slightest of breezes. So I'm planning to just paddle about here for a couple of hours, just to bring the pace down a wee bit and relax, and we'll see what we see. I think one of the things that I love so much about getting out in these lochs is just all the tiny wee islands like these ones that just haven't been touched exactly the way they were. Wee population of trees, moss covering most of it, and just not fucked up by man. It's nice. It is quite tough to find ones that are completely untouched, which obviously I'm aware of the irony that the second I go on it, I'm kind of kicking myself in the arse. And even the likes of when you're down closer towards central Scotland, a lot of the ones in Loch Lomond, there's still tracks throughout them. Everyone still gets their speedboats and camps up for the full night and has a party, rather than me and my pedestal. You know what I mean. Not leaving too much of a trace. There's a very persistent fly that has followed me since I started. I suppose all I can do is admire it. But yeah, it's nice to know there's still places nice and natural. Anyway, I'm going to go and go on the island. So there's no guilt from stepping onto this island, because within seconds there's a great big trail. There, you can see. Obviously plenty of people have been on here. Must be a wee bit though, because there's loads of spider webs that I can't really film for you because I can't get it to focus on it. But there's a couple of photos, and by Christ, they're tree from tree. And while I'm not scared of spiders, I'm not 100% on them if they just appear on me. So we'll keep an eye out as well, because I don't want to mess up their webs. But it's a lovely little wild island. I like it. So it definitely wasn't the untouched island I thought it was. Still really nice. Got plenty of trails just going around it. I mean, obviously I'm not the first person that's going to have ever seen this and thought I wanted to go on there, but I think mostly on the other side it looks like you could probably, well, you could walk across it in a pair of shorts, and I imagine during different weather it's probably just dry and not even an island at that point. So a few wee obvious favourite campsites and spots that people had up, but still couldn't complain. No litter on the island. Everyone seems to be cleaning up after themselves, so yeah, that's fine. We'll paddle back up. And time for a late dinner, I think. And probably not much of a sunset once again, which is a shame. Two things. First, I've saved 4 bees today from this loch. 4 bees. 2 of them basically had to dry off. The 3rd one I managed to get ashore and put it in a wee flower. And the 4th one, he was pooped. So he got ashore, put in a wee rock because I couldn't find any flowers, and I chewed up a wee bit of dried mango for him, which he seemed to really enjoy, or her seemed to really enjoy, and then flew away. So yeah, a lot of bees seem to, I don't know if they get tired and just go away flying. Stupid fly. I don't know if the bees just get tired and save the bees, fuck the flies. For the 3rd time, I don't know if the bees just get tired and basically just crash into the loch, but they seem to be very forgiving, and I've not been stung once. You just scoop them out of the water, put them on the side, they either dry off and fly away, or get them to shore. But you know, hashtag save the bees. Oh, bloody flies are everywhere now. The other thing that I was going to say is, I really enjoy it as like a photography platform, because you can basically go anywhere if you find your rough subject. So just now I'm wanting to take it, oh no, I think just over here there's a wee island. It doesn't show up too much in this, and the sun's going down behind the bigger hill, and there's some mountains in the background, and it's quite nice. It's not amazing. I might have another bee in front of me, but I can just go anywhere to get the angle I want, so it is really nice in that perspective. Obviously you've got to be brave enough to have your camera out, so I just keep mine in a dry bag, and I really can't see myself toppling this. I've found another bee. Five. See, when they take over the world, which they won't because they're absolutely fucked, they better name me Dr. Bees. Anyway, I better figure out what I'm going to do with this one. So, I had a good wee paddle about, as you saw, saved a lot of bees. I went for a wee dip in the loch, mainly just to sort of freshen up after that. Now it's tents up. Sunset was an absolute no-show as expected, and I think I'm probably going to KO pretty soon. I'm amazed I've been fine today, given the fact like last night's sleep was horrific. It must have been about 3 hours if that. So yeah, I'm happy with how the days went. It's been a good fun day, and hopefully a bit of a better sleep tonight. Obviously I'm in the roof tent, so I expect a good bit of a better sleep. But yeah, we'll call that the end of today. Good morning. Apologies for the lighting. I came back to the car park, which I can't remember how to pronounce, just for sunrise. It's 10 past 6, and as usual we're getting humped by it. I've not had a single sunrise or sunset in these 3 days now. So the tea's on. There's a bit of a mist kicking about, so we'll maybe still get some nice shots. I did get out last night and got some amazing star shots. Whether they turn out good or not, and once they're processed, I have no idea. But even just seeing them was brilliant. It's something that I've really missed during the summer. So we've got about another half hour, I think, until actual sunrise, and we'll just need to see how it plays out. Midges have been horrific last night and this morning. They were pretty bad, but luckily enough there's a wee breeze down by the water. So you're kind of gambling when you go down by the water for the lochs and stuff, because it's where they like to hang about, but at the same time it's where you're most likely going to get that wee breeze to just come through. And luckily enough we've got a wee breeze, so I can have my tea in peace, because last night's cup had a lot of extra protein in it through some flies. So it's just a waiting game now and hoping that something happens. Doesn't need to be a sunset, I'll take a really nice mist shot. We'll just see what we can get. As you can guess by the lack of the torch needed, it's gotten brighter and the clouds are still kicking about. So there's nothing happening. We should have a beautiful golden light spilling across this land. I've got low level cloud instead. So I'm going to go for the one final possible chance of getting a wee photo and stick the drone up, which realistically for mine is probably still too dark, but we'll see. While I was waiting for the sun to come up, which it hasn't, I packed the car and tidied that all up, etc. So I think I've probably just convinced myself that it's home time. Dun, dun. Anyway, I have stopped in at Dogs Falls for one main reason, and there's luckily enough quite a nice wee photo just up here with the mist cutting off some of the trees and just giving a nice wee silhouette, and then we've got the river just leading up to it. So I've already taken the photo, which I'll just reenact for you. I always like my water to be moving, as stupid as that sounds, smoothed out, we'll say, with the longer shutter speeds or the slower shutter speed, whatever way you want to phrase it, just to give that wee bit more sort of smoothness to the photo, I suppose. I know it's a love or hate, or some people can't stand the motion in the water, some people want to catch the power of it, but I really don't think this water's really got that much power in it. It's just sort of a slow, it's not slow at all, it's fairly fast flowing, but there's not much in the way of crashing and really dramatic water in it. White water, that's what you'd call it. There's not much white water in it. But yeah, it's definitely somewhere I quite like to come back to and spend a wee bit more time at.